By the end of this video, you'll understand why your parents saw you the way they did and how that changes everything. Your parent still sees you the way they always have, the label they gave you, the story they framed about who you are. You've explained yourself 100 times and nothing lands. You couldn't explain why you saw things so differently either. You just knew something felt off between you. It even made you question their love for you. Maybe you've spent years struggling to be understood by the person who raised you, struggling to explain yourself the version they never seem to see. Maybe it shows up every holiday, the same comment about who you are, like nothing's changed since you were a kid. Maybe it shows up in one sentence that still stings decades later, one you could quote word for word. You've tried different words. You've tried patience. You've tried silence. Nothing seems to close the gap. There's a reason for that, and it has nothing to do with how hard you tried. I want to introduce you to Ing energy. Your parents' Ing energy shaped a lens, how they see the world and everyone in it. That lens was set long before you came along. They saw you through that lens, the way they raised you, corrected you, and tried to love you, all passed through it. When a parent flows from love, their Ing type shows up as protection, encouragement, or room to grow. When a parent flows from fear, selfishness, or insecurity, that same Ing type can show up as control, criticism, or distance. If your parent acted out of fear, selfishness, or insecurity instead of love, that was their choice, not something you caused, not something you deserved. For some of you, the love was there. It just didn't come as you needed. For others, fear, selfishness, or insecurity ran the whole relationship. Both are real, and both deserve to be named. You couldn't see any of this as a child either. Your Ing type showed how you read every one of their actions. Neither of you had the language for the difference between you. So the same tension kept resurfacing year after year, and that responsibility was theirs to carry, not yours. That's what was missing all along. Not more effort, not more patience, the language to finally understand each other's Ing type. Ing energy is that language. It's why you saw things one way and your parents saw them another. It's why two people can live through the same situation and walk away seeing it two different ways. Once you know your Ing type and your parents, everything you lived through starts making sense. Here's what that lens looked like, depending on your parents' Ing type. If your parent was a perceiving, they noticed everything, every mood shift, every detail out of place, every problem before it happened. You might have felt like nothing got past them, for better or worse. Maybe they asked you what was wrong before you knew yourself. If your parent was a serving, they showed up in 100 small ways. Meals made, forms filled out, needs met before you even asked. Loved looked like action you didn't always notice at the time. Maybe they did so much you didn't notice until you had to do it yourself. If your parent was a teaching, everything became a lesson. They wanted you to understand the reason behind every rule and every consequence. You learned to expect an explanation even when you just wanted comfort. Maybe they never gave a short answer because for them, every detail was important. If your parent wasn't encouraging, they saw your potential before you did. They cheered you on, pushed you toward more, and believed in you out loud. You might have felt like you were always being asked to reach further. Maybe their belief in you felt like pressure you never asked for. If your parent was a giving, they provided time, money, resources, whatever you needed. They found a way to hand it to you. Love came through what they gave you, not always through what they said. Maybe you learned to notice what showed up, since the words rarely did. If your parent was a leading, they liked a full day, every hour planned out, organized, a lot crammed in, with little room to just be. You might have felt guided or like their way was never yours to question. Maybe they had every day mapped out for you with a schedule taped to the fridge. If your parent was a mercying, they felt what you felt. They were the first to notice when something was wrong, the first to sit with your pain. You might have felt deeply understood or like you were walking on eggshells around them. Maybe they carried everyone's emotions, not just yours. So home always felt like a lot. When you see your parents' ink type, you see the lens they were looking through all along. You see why the label they gave you never fit, why the story they framed came from what they could see, not all of who you are. Neither of your ink types is wrong, just different, and you didn't have a way to see it. The hurt doesn't erase. If your parent flowed from fear, selfishness, or insecurity, that responsibility stays theirs to carry. But now you get to choose something too. You get to see your ink type and choose where you flow from. Healing starts when you're honest about that, not to excuse what happened to you, but to stop repeating it. Do you know your ink type? Most people don't yet. That's exactly what the quiz is for. It's free and your results go straight to your inbox, and the link is in the description. This same pattern shows up everywhere, not just with a parent. It shows up with your kids. When you catch yourself repeating an action you swore you'd never repeat, it shows up with a boss or a mentor, anyone whose approval shaped how you saw yourself. It shows up with anyone who loves you imperfectly, which is every relationship you'll ever have. Their lens was never the whole story, but now you have the language to see past it. Your identity is your purpose. I'll see you in the next video.